if Matt has the kind of start that he had against Sandy, and who else we saw him? Else do we see him beat? We saw him beat. We saw Matt twice today, right?
Yeah, we saw him play against Bohan.
Bohan, and the start he had against Bohan would if he can do that, particularly his Bohan start. If he sees his sort of rush tools here, he will definitely have an up on Dustin. But I still think overall Dustin is probably favored. All right, so they're shuffling up. This is the best part of it. So Matt, now that we're in the semifinals, what have you thought so far today of U.S. Nationals?
It's a pretty diverse field. Obviously, Stark is a very strong house right now. They've got a lot of good cards in the last few months. So, but I thought going into the cut it was diverse enough that we could term it as a healthy meta. More healthy than, let's say, Gen Con, where what was like how many wars to come
I
decks
don't know.
together.
7 of us made it through, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's starting to people are starting to see the appeal of Kohar. People are going back to old favorites like Lord of the Crossing. So it's the sheen on wars to come is coming off a little bit. People are trying out new things and seeing that 10 plots isn't always the answer.
So, I mean, one of the things, if your opponent's running a sort of mid-rangey toolbox deck, what do you think is the best way to answer that, Matt?
A mid-rangey toolbox, just beat it, beat it turn two.
Yeah, there we go. So if you can just go under those Wars to Come decks, you've got the answers. And definitely Stark is probably the best deck to go under people in the meta right now. So let's see if Dustin, who was on Team Stark at Thrones War, will be able to do his team proud after their totally humiliating showing in California this year. We'll see how it goes.
Just rub it in.
I'm just rubbing it in because I know Glazer is listening. So, uh, all right, here we go. All right, we'll see what if we get what the mulligans are here. Dustin sitting there. Dustin
Looks like
seeing
a pretty good hand.
decent hand there. All right, we don't really get to see what Matt's got. And again, just for those of you tuning in, Dustin is on the left playing Stark Crossing, and Matt Phillips is on the right playing Bearer, Alliance, Rose, and Cohor. All right. So Dustin is keeping, and so is Matt. All right. So that means both players are happy with their starts, and yeah, both players have plenty to be happy with here. All right. That Great John is definitely going to help. So one of the things I think that does give the Stark a help here is Forced March is going to be very good against Matt's deck, particularly early,
Hmm.
like a turn 2 or turn 3 before you can get the stand tech going, could be very punishing. Because again, if uh, if Dustin can put Matt on enough of a back foot that he has to defend every challenge, uh, you're not going to get your cohort triggers because cohort only works on the offense.
Yeah, and I see that a duped Great John. That's pretty good. That's a
Mm-hmm.
pretty good start.
It is.
Having him on the flop is gonna set Matt back quite a bit unless he gets them sees some milk.
Guys, the game's over already. Dustin has the combo of the weekend in his hand. He has Sansa Stark and I Am No One, which is proven consistently to be the nuts, to quote Jesse Carpenter. Is what undid Jesse, so how Dustin undid Jesse in their cut game, and it is how many people, myself included, who have lost to this deck have been owned.
It is a hot tamale, that's for sure.
Yeah, in the warm up, Matt and I were talking in between rounds. Matt and I were talking about how there's just not a lot Dex can do against Sansa and I Am No One, particularly turn one.
Hmm.
Insight and stealth. Oof.
It's a bad time.
Yep. Bad time. Is that a third Great John in Dustin's hand?
Um, can't see it. He's hiding the knowledge from us.
Yeah. Both players have economy, so this should be a pretty interesting game. So let's see if Dustin opens the plot of the weekend. Oh, he's running Valor. Look at. Oh, wow. I like Dustin's deck already. There's the Storm of Swords that we also saw in Andras's deck 3 times yesterday.
Is he gonna open Storm of Swords?
He's going to open something. It doesn't look like he has the King Greed plot that has been the plot of the weekend, which is Summer Harvest, that we saw blow up in
I think I saw Summer Harvest in there.
did you? In Bohan's face. So the question is Dustin aware
Yeah,
that
sorry.
the traditional opener for this deck is not something that is very summer harvestable?
Yeah, that kind of almost cost. Well, did set Bohan back. So hopefully Dustin. Oh, there
Nope.
you go. He's playing the best plot in the
In the
game.
game,
Time of plenty. I love this guy.
Oh man! All right, so I think that was a really good opening from Dustin, playing around the summer harvest. Well, playing around Pleas and Prosperity with his summer harvest, which has much better targets going forward in Matt's plot deck. So good plot game from Dustin to open it up. All right, and who goes first here? I think Dustin is. No, Matt is. Okay, cool. 2 gold. Let's see what he can do with just 2 gold. What could he do with his 3-2-1 reduction? Oop, that means he doesn't have any locations unless he's forgetting what his plot does. All right. All right, Matt, what you got for us? Yes, Mr. Dave, who could be? Is it Bamford? Is it Bamford? It's a good plot game because we've seen earlier today opening a summer harvest blew out, like really put Bohan behind by hitting just the 2 gold from Peace and Prosperity. All right, so Randall's coming out. Randall's getting a bodyguard for free. All right. All right, it is Bamford. Okay, I'm gonna Glazer and Bamford in the chat. Uh-oh, this is gonna be a long semis for me. All right, so all right, I think Matt is done here, and we move over to Dustin.
What's the attachment on Randall, the Tyrell one?
Hard to see with the glare. Maybe an Oathkeeper.
Okay.
All right, so what's Dustin got for us? It's much easier to see Dustin's cards. What do we got? Lots of action in his hand. Excuse me. That's a Wyman I see in there.
Not looking good for Dustin. So he can just. Matt's just gonna milk the heck out of Great John. Can't let the Intimidate get off.
Yep, I agree. Okay, so I think Dustin was trying to decide what economy card he wanted to play there. Okay. So what is his 6 gold gonna buy him here? I think maybe he's thinking his hand's a little top heavy here.
Just
We got
whipping out
Wyman.
Wyman.
Interesting.
I'll get Chud to sacrifice. So.
Interesting. Okay, so he's on 2 here. I wonder why he didn't use the Chud to reduce the cost of Wyman, but it doesn't really do much here with now Arya. So it's the same amount.
Mhm.
So we're not going to get any of that sweet I am no one on Sansa action this round, which makes me very sad. But there's
He
all.
has a mitt full of cards. Doesn't really need the draw right now.
I hear cards. I hear draw equals win though. It's
Yeah, but
tourney.
there's this thing called the reserve mechanic.
So it could be tourney lance that is on Randall, by the way, Matt. So
Okay.
all right. So Arbor Knight's coming in for intrigue, I assume. Yeah. Block. Dustin likes his hand. He's got plenty of stand. All right. So, what? He can get an unopposed mill through, most likely. But he's choosing to go. Is this going to be mill or is this going to be power, do you think?
Probably leading with mill.
Standing there, yep.
So it's power.
Maybe it was power? It requires a big commit for him to beat it. This is where I wish we had somebody on the floor signaling which type of challenge this was. I'm assuming it's mill. Okay.
Military.
And is he going to get the trigger for Wyman? No Wyman trigger? To draw?
I guess not. I guess he missed it.
Nope, there he goes.
No.
Oh, I guess maybe they're deciding which goes first.
Oh, he's first player, so he's reacting with Cohor, and then he's gonna react with Wyman.
Well, no, I think Wyman reacts to the character dying, and the character dies before you get the cohort reaction, I believe. Because it's after claim is applied, and you're still in the process of resolving claim. Well, it's a direct reaction to it, I think.
Yeah, I think they're.
To the character dying, which is part of the claim being fulfilled. But I could
Yeah,
be wrong.
they're having a debate. And,
Call a judge.
yeah.
We'll see. Cohort before Wyman. And it says, and Dave says you can milk Marge before she triggers. Okay. And so he's gonna go milk Wyman. Then, or does he want? Does he? No, that's not what he's doing. Okay.
It's an Oathkeeper.
He wants to pump Randall instead. And now he's gonna get the draw there. Alright, so that means we're now going to have a power challenge come through here. Or is he just going to defend? Although that stealth on Arya makes defense a lot less appealing.
Yeah. I think he just keeps. Oh, he's going for it.
He's going for it. Power. I think you just let this unopposed, right?
Unless you want to stuff the Oathkeeper trigger.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, you're not getting 3 challenges, right? Because if he wins, he's milking Wyman no matter what, right? I mean,
Well, he does have the Northern Armory.
That's
so
true.
if he wants to use it this early, he can't get the 3 challenges off.
And sacrificing the attachment on Davos, which was Attorney Lance, I believe. Looking at the art there.
Yeah.
And
Look at the poppy.
Milk of the Poppy going. All right, is it going to go on Intimidate or is it going to go on Draw? It's Intimidate. All right.
You can't let him go first next turn and just go whole hog and intimidate his whole board out.
Very good. Very reasonable. All right. So what's he going to open with here? What is Dustin going to open with here? Do you think, Matt?
Poke with the intrigue. He doesn't really need poke with the intrigue.
Well, he gets intrigue unopposed no matter what. No?
Opening power.
Power or mill. Either one he can win. Because I don't believe there's any pumps, and I'm pretty sure that the deck list that Matt is running doesn't run events. So, yep, oppose. That was power he opened, okay? So then he's going to go mill. Oh, no, or maybe not. Stealth Brandle, I assume.
Yeah.
And then intrigue for a lot. Yep. All right. Just gets a knight. Hedge knight. No, nothing huge there. Wyman's all tapped out, and it was a push for Dom. All right. So who at the end of round one? Who is ahead, Matt?
Well, Power Toe says the Stark player is ahead, but I think Matt is in a pretty good position right now. I think they're both are in very good positions. But I think Matt did what he wanted to do. You know, he's. I think he has more control over the board right now.
So what do you think Dustin should switch into here? Is that a Marched that I see in there?
Might have a march, but I don't think he does want a march here.
No, I don't think he does either. But it's spicy.
Yeah, you're playing Stark. You can just whip out 2 claim mills out of your head at any time. So March is a viable option.
All right. So what do you think Matt will flip into here? I think he needs some economy, maybe?
Yeah, he needs to get his board needs to get wider, so
all right. Heads to excuse me, Breaking Ties. All right. With that Sansa in his hand, that's pretty good. So heads.
Get that handle out of there.
Let's see if heads is any good here. I mean, there's a lot of characters in there. If he gets the Sansa. All right, so I think Dustin is deciding whether he wants to go first or not.
Is Matt an American sniper? We will find out.
All right. Dustin's thinking. So what do you do? If you were in Dustin's spot, what would you pick here?
Yeah, I make him go first. Dustin's nervous about the spikes, that's for sure.
All right, so but I didn't see signaled who's first, so.
You made Matt first.
You made Matt first, and all right. That's a pretty good heads. Oh, Dustin does not seem happy. Does not seem happy. That is bad.
Yep, he was gonna get the Wyman summer train going.
But It happens.
Sometimes we decide to decapitate wolves' heads for some reason.
Apparently, that wolf's head looks very pretty. Apparently, on a spike there. All right. So that's very good. But I mean, I still think I see a Sansa uh, in Dustin's hand. So there's plenty of opportunities. Bolton Flare, not loyal, but and
Not a
not
very
particularly
effective card right
yeah,
now.
not a very effective card in this matchup. And there's a Bran. Nope. And considering, particularly since Matt's deck is probably not running any events, Bran's a pretty dead draw. But he does provide Wyman fuel.
That's true.
All right. So, with 6 resources available to him, who's coming down? All right. Sir John Fossaway, pretty good card, particularly with all these strength pumps, and another knight to fit the knight strong knight sub theme that floats around in the Bara Rose cohort deck.
But a non-loyal character.
Yeah, I think he's more thinking. I think at least one of those triggers is going to hit Randall there. So, and the stealth might even be more important. Okay. Oh, trigger, take a power off. Okay.
The cancer.
Oh, don't come on. We're not. We're on Twitch, but we're not on Twitch, Matthew. All right. So we've got 5 gold here with a Great Hall up for Dustin. Not a super impressive turn for Matt though. So Dustin does have some space here.
Yeah, bouncing Randall is gonna hurt. That's for sure.
Does he does he not have the Sansa? I could have sworn I saw a Sansa in his hand. Maybe he doesn't have it.
Well, that's real bad then.
He's got a
It's
Rob. He could
I think
play
it's a
Rob and sack Rob to Breaking Ties.
That seems efficient.
So no Sansa there. I could have sworn that there was a Sansa in there.
That's why he was upset about the summer pull.
So no loyal chuds in his hand. So the question is he gonna want to take? Is Wyman or Rob worth it to get rid of Randall? I don't know. What do you think, Matt?
That's a rough call. Because if he's gonna use his breaking ties, it's gonna hurt him as much as it's gonna hurt Matt. If he doesn't have a chud to sack for that.
Yeah.
At the same time, you can't let Randall run all over you.
You definitely can't, particularly with currently 3 attachments. And he could, and that forces Matt to have to cycle the milk off your Great John if you do that. So, if he wants to do cohort stuff this turn. Because I see a Bolton Flare, Rob. Okay, maybe Rob is coming down. Yep. Whether he dupes Rob will tell us whether his plan is to sack Rob. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Does he believe?
He's gonna play the armory.
All right, so he's basically saying, yeah, he's gonna trade Rob for Randall. Would be my guess here. But that green icon on Sir John Fossaway definitely puts additional pressure on Dustin here. Is there I believe there's a knighted on Randall. So it's Randall. I believe has knighted, tourney lance, and another attachment that I can't see on here. Um,
It's Oathkeeper, I think.
Oathkeeper. Yep. So he is. Is that a bodyguard? Hold on. Well, let's. Is that a bodyguard? It's hard to see here.
Uh,
I could have sworn it was a knighted.
it's a bodyguard. Oh yeah, it has to be a knighted if he has
Well, I mean, he doesn't have to be.
chose.
It could be a illegal board state.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, let me. Well, I can message the stream team over there and see if I can get an answer. Matt, you will hold it while I do this.
All right. They are staring at their boards. Contemplation is in fact real.
I have messaged the stream team over there and see if I can get an answer.
So it's militarying with Randall.
That is a bodyguard, by the way. Now we can see it. So unless that's a knighted underneath there, and he's returning him, so we should get a clear view. That's a bodyguard. Yep. So
Wow. I hope I don't see that see about it on the Facebook group.
yep. Well, we did message them over there. So Dustin, as we thought, Dustin did trade Rob for Randall. Illegal Randy. Um, and that's pretty bad for
That
for
slows Matt down significantly.
correct. But and yeah, and Dustin did get some breathing room, but he's still not as good a position if he had not had that poor Wolfie get his head put on a spike. Violence against animals is wrong.
Yeah, but it's how it goes when the heads on salt is in the meta. You're gonna get got sometimes.
You do. It's true. And you were right though. Matt is definitely an American sniper. All right.
He's got a dead eye, that guy.
He doesn't have quite Bradley Cooper level good looks, but he's getting there. He's getting there. All right. So at this point, do you sit? Because you don't want to cycle that milk, and you're gonna want to oppose. Yeah.
You can't keep going. You just gotta oppose stuff.
Yep. So that comes probably mill, since it's the least important here.
Yep.
Claim there. Now we should probably see the intrigue come down. Yep. And that's a nice unopposed intrigue for Dustin.
That's
And
a good pull.
is that the bastard? Yep.
Yep.
And there goes Dustin with the 4 strength power, stealthing there.
It's looking a little bad for Matt now. The game is certainly turned on its head.
It. Yeah, that's why I got you here, Memer. All right, so, all right, we've got a very strong board looking down there. So, what do you, if you're Dustin, what plot are you looking for here, Matt?
Well, he does have Storm of Swords. So if because Matt has a pretty small board right now. If you really want to go to town on him,
And
be a
you do
good
have the
way to
economy.
stop him from recovering.
It would be a lot of pressure. Maybe a confiscation on the milk could also be pretty good. Particularly, that means that you get that +1 gold, particularly if you can go first. Um, let's see
Yeah,
what he goes for.
confiscation wouldn't be bad either.
Let's see. So we got Valor, Force March, Storm of Swords. Ooh, is that Dustin living dangerously with no attachment control in his plot deck? I like it. The man's living dangerously. It's living that kind of dangerously is how you get to the top 4 at U.S. Nationals.
Confiscation is a boring plot. He's playing with that Storm of Swords in the Force March.
He definitely has Morghulis, by the way. I think the Storm of Swords or Forced March. I think it's Storm. Nope, it's Forced March. Okay, cool. 2 trade routes. Okay. All right. So we know at least one good military icon is coming down here. So do you think the Forced March was the right call here?
Yeah, kneels out both his characters. Gives him a lot less to oppose with. It's definitely a good call.
All right, so we got a billion gold for our man Matt Phillips over there. And the combo wombo's there. We got Sansa. It is live this time. I definitely saw her. That's the Sansa I am no one combo wombo is live, man. It's live.
Don't tease me.
It's super. It's super good when you're first. So. Oh,
his
summer dupe.
There.
Very useful. So
much value.
There goes Rob coming down. Dupe on. Oh wow, he's seen all 3 Robs. That's pretty good. And see the Sansa come down. Okay, we are gonna see it, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see the combo wombo. Who needs Drowned God? Who needs ladies combo when you have Sansa and I am no one? Yeah, put that Sansa nice and straight, nice and straight there. Particularly because I believe the only stealth in Matt's deck is currently Nelt. That Sansa is going to be able to go to town.
Yeah, not looking good for Matt.
He does have a ton of gold, though. Randall's probably coming back out. Yep. Randall for, was that 3? Another milk.
Going on.
Rob, yeah. It's the right call. Particularly since we know Dustin doesn't have any attachment control. I mean, he's in a pretty good spot that if he doesn't just straight up win soon, he can sort of valor and do whatever he wants.
It's true. Like, Matt hasn't seen any dupes. Oh, there we go.
Oh, well, there's a dupe there, but no king.
Yeah.
And
not quite as good.
And the great advantage that, I mean, I think there was a 1-cost attachment in there for to put on Randall, I'm sure, or something. But right now, he does not want to cycle any of those attachments with Qohor. So. All right. So which 1-cost attachment's coming down here? Probably the Bodyguard on Randall might be a good idea, since we now know. Yep, Bodyguard. Nope. I do. Yeah, but oh nope. Oh, okay. Hold on. That's the second time now. Matt, will you just double check to make sure the text said that's night only? Yep, yeah. Okay, he caught it. There we go. Okay, we caught it that time. Okay. All right. So we got it here. I am no one on Sansa. Ladies and viewers, you're getting the combo. Exciting, exciting. All right, so she's definitely coming intrigue for some unopposed power here. It's just I am known is just so busted at crossing.
It is real good.
And Matt's gonna, excuse me, not Matt. Dustin is gonna refill his hand this turn. Very strong. Yeah, come on. It's gotta be the unopposed intrigue here. I believe that's what they're throwing. Yep, unopposed intrigue. Take his unopposed. Perfect. Now we go.
Oh, boom.
Oof. Boom. That's some
Bye,
good
Bob.
stuff. Bye, Robert. Draw. Yep. And so, what do we do here? Do we do some mill chumping here? Or do we Sansa power stealth Randall? And you probably win that? Well, you do win that. And then do a military challenge with Great John?
Yeah. There's nothing really Matt can do in this situation. Would just take the punishment.
I mean, he's going to be able to hit back a little bit. Oh, he's choosing to go just to go mill with Rob. Okay. Mill with Rob. And claimed. So unopposed. Okay. Claim Davos. Not bad. And
Now
then
you can swing with Sansa, stealth Randall.
And he's basically used very few resources to just completely own this board this turn.
Exactly.
And he can stand that Rob up with with one of the armories if he wants. Oh, is he? What's he doing? They're signaling something there. I mean, what could he be? What could Dustin be scared of here?
He doesn't have any gold, so like
And
Matt doesn't have any gold, so I don't know why he would be scared of anything.
maybe
I think
Dustin,
he's just contemplating whether he should put another guy in, and
whether he thinks it's worth trying to maybe bluff the superior claim because I didn't see one in his hand, and then sort of force him to oppose. And so that means he's only getting one challenge. But it seems to be Matt's current plan is to let everything go unopposed. So, stealthing Randall. Yeah. Although Sansa is low power here, though, right? Or
she's 4 strength with the crossing.
with the crossing, yeah. So Chad is saying that maybe he flips into King Plot next turn. That would be Matt flips into King Plot. I mean that is relatively solid, particularly if you can still trigger Cohort and get your King at the wall.
Yeah. Does he have a 2 cost attach? Is King of the Wall 2 cost or 1 cost?
2 cost. No,
Yeah,
so
does he have a 2 cost attachment?
Yeah, you can't. You don't have a 2 cost attachment. Darn. Loses a power. Chooses to let it go unopposed. Crossing. So that means Matt is down to 1, and Dustin is at 11.
Yes.
Cool. All right. And Dustin knelt exactly 1 card for that challenge phase.
It's not looking good.
All right, so he's going all in on power. So that's a 9 strength power challenge. Trigger, stand, rob, and then defend with the team. Nope, defend for 10. He wins. I mean, do you throw Sansa in there to get a card?
I would have, but just to get that extra
Yeah.
card.
I appreciate Dustin remembering that the armory doesn't stand, which is something easy to forget. It's, I think, the only effect currently in the game that does that. So he's turned it sideways. There we go. That's a good way to remember it, or turning it upside down rather. Okay. So it's looking like Dustin's pretty good here. That is, you win or you die into Storm of Swords. And we're going to have another turn, by the way, of Sansa combo wombo here, because that is another I am no one, I believe, in Dustin's hand.
That is a rip, but it looks like Matt's gonna go first.
Probably the right
Try
play.
to take off some power off of him. If he can get the challenge through.
I mean, he can. But with all those dupes, the military challenge isn't going to be really doing too much. And he's so far away from closing that I don't think Dustin's very worried. I think if Dustin will win this turn short of the power challenge getting, even with the power challenge pushed through. Because I don't think Matt has enough green icons to stop Sansa with I am no one. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's more than likely it's going to be closed out this turn.
Although there's the Arbor Knight, so the Arbor Knight will help.
Still, all he needs to do is defend the power, get through the power, lay the power on the attack, all with a crossing challenge, and he wins. He's at 12, I believe.
Yep. And there's the lance. Oh, no, he keeps trying to put it on. Matt, will you check the text on that? Oh, okay, he's remembering that time again. Okay. That tourney lance really likes Randall. He must be just used to having knighted on Randall here.
Yeah.
The classic play. All right, so that's going to go on Sir Justin Massey, who, unless Danny screwed up, is a knight. So. Yep. As chat's pointing out right now, I am no one on Arya is even better than on Sansa. So you get the second military challenge. Oh, he also has a winter's coming. So as long as he doesn't get eaten too much by Sansa's got renown and +2 strength.
Yeah, this is bad news bears.
Bad news bears indeed.
The stag dream just might be dead.
Barra may flame in the top 4. Oh, apparently Jim lost to. Let me double check. I will check the standings myself here in a second. Jim lost to AJ. Yep, AJ Valet is through to the finals. Congratulations, AJ, and good run to Jim the Rush Master Hansen. So there is a good chance we are going to have a Stark off at U.S. Nationals, bringing that Nate Tarantelli dream back to U.S. Nationals.
That's why I love mirror matches in the finals.
It's not a mirror, though. It's Rush versus Tempo. I mean, AJ is playing a very different deck than Dustin is.
That's fair enough.
They do have good white cards, but all right.
It's like a challenge is about to happen.
Yeah. Here we go. Come on. Okay. Oh. All right. I'm gonna guess that's military. Without the option to pump, because Randall only works on Tyrell characters. Not Randall. Excuse me. Garland. All right. So, does he care about this military challenge?
I do not think he does.
There's no king in play, so Messi doesn't have a military icon. Okay, but he's opposing with Rob. So he mostly probably cares, about the cohort, maybe the third milk on Arya. But I think at least one cohort trigger is going to happen. No, oh no, he lost it. Oh, because he has the blade, or not the blade, the lance. So he did lose it, and he's sacrificing there. Okay. I'm not 100% sure why he opposed that.
Yeah. God
Since
forbid he have 2 power.
Knighted. Oh, he's passing by the milk. What's he after here then? He's after maybe. Can he get king at the wall? Is king at the wall 1 or 2?
It's 1 cost.
It's 1 cost? Okay. All right. So now he controls a king. You can stand him. That's cute. He's a king himself. Still not 100%. All right. So what's he gonna do here? It is 1 cost. Matt looked it up for us, everybody. Do you try to push the intrigue through? What are you gonna do here?
Feel like, yeah, you try to push a power through here. That's exactly what he's gonna do.
Huh. Okay. So that's currently a 9 strength power challenge. No, that's a 10 strength power challenge because of the.
Correct.
No, wait. The tourney lances only works when they're attacking alone, right? So.
Yeah, 9 strength.
So 9 strength with the potential to go an additional 2 with Garland.
No, attached character just gets +1 strength. Just gets coordinate flower's ability when attacking alone.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Matt, for looking up cards that I just never see in play. Okay. So we've got big decision here. that's a good. The question was asked in chat. What was the second military claim there? All right,
It
so
was
there's
a
a
dupe off Rob and a dupe off Great John.
off Great John because there was three, right? On Grape John.
Yeah.
Grape John. That's what I'm gonna start calling him from now on. Yes, I am as confused by the Lance as Hong. I cannot pronounce your Hong Tae Ko. I'm gonna screw it up. I apologize. But yes, I am as confused as anyone. I've never seen the Lance in a competitive game. I've never played against the Bear deck. So, well, I have. That's not true. I played against it online, but I don't know. Stuff just happens online. All right.
Iron Throne shenanigans.
Iron Throne shenanigans. Okay, so we are sitting here waiting for the next challenge to get initiated. I don't think he throws another one though, right?
No, I think he sits.
I am no one on Arya. Yep, as Jack called it. And then he goes. Let's see. Stand Sansa. Sugar Wyman sacrificing Rob. Okay. Cool. I like it. Draw a card. Alright. So Sansa currently has Renown and +2 strength with 2 characters dead. So she's at her base strength of 4.
Just needs the power to win.
At this point, you stealth Randall and team swing?
Yeah.
Is that enough? Or is he gonna oh, I guess he's gotta burn the intrigue challenge, right? With Septa?
Or he could just burn up. He has 2 mils, so it doesn't cost him to attack with Arya.
That's true. If you just keep stealthing Randall.
Yep.
And he has to oppose this. Wow, AJ apparently got 3 ices off in that game in the game.
Damn. That is some removal.
Sorry, Dave. I missed your reply. All right. So has Matt figured out what he's going to be doing here? Arya. We're sitting here with the Arya military challenge. Stealthing Randall there. I think Matt is wondering if his awesome run with Barra Alliance is closing in on him.
Let's go unopposed.
Making it 2 claim. Okay. Bodyguard and dupe. Okay. I'm not 100% sure why he did that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like incredible value.
I mean, wouldn't you do it with the power challenge anyway?
He doesn't need it.
No,
Like,
he
he doesn't
doesn't.
need to play The Winter is Coming. I
Yeah.
think he's just wanted to play it.
Put the pressure on. Alright, so that's a second military challenge. Stealth Randall. blocking there. He's cool with that. And then power, power with everybody, right?
Yeah, to win the game.
Unless we're missing something, right?
No, Matt doesn't have any gold, so.
That's an intrigue challenge. Okay, opposed there. And this concede comes out. Okay. So I don't think he followed. At the end, Dustin didn't follow the line of play that you and I figured out or the line that chat figured out, but he got there.
Yeah, he only needed 1 power, so.
All right. So we are done. So that means we get a Stark mirror or a Stark a duo in the finals of U.S. Nationals. It was really great to see Dustin bring some honor to House Stark. And really good run for Matt for showing, I hope, Americans out there that Qohor is a really powerful agenda and that this Bara Alliance deck is the real thing. So congratulations to Matt to be one of the highest placing Bara players in U.S. Nats since the core set, or in the U.S. meta since the core set meta, and alongside Nick Hansen, who was tearing things up with Bara Wars to come. So hopefully this is showing that Bara is a live faction, and I hope all you Bara loyalists in chat and viewing right now are happy. Matt and I are going to take a quick break, and then we will be back for the finals.
Bum, bum, bum.
So don't leave us quite yet, ladies and gents. Hi, everyone. AJ and uh, Dustin are getting set up. So we are back here with the finals for U.S. Nationals live from Springfield, Missouri. Here to do the finals commentary with me, Roy Rogers from the Second Sons and the White Book, is Meme Gaiman. How you doing today, Matt?
I'm great. I still hate karaoke.
Yeah, you still hate karaoke, but he comes every time. I want to thank you all for joining us for this weekend, and I want to thank Metagames Unlimited for providing the space for U.S. Nationals, Will Lentz for hosting it, K-Tom for being head judge, and of course Aaron for, I believe Aaron Davis, for putting on this stream that allows us to do a low budget commentary over. And I of course want to thank you, Matt, for joining me today, and Scott Levine for joining me yesterday to provide commentary. And of course, none of this would be possible without viewers like y'all in chat. So thank you all for joining us today. So we have a all-Stark final today with, on the left, Dustin Archer, who we just watched smash the Barra Dreams of local hero Matt Phillips. And then AJ Valle, who's back in his 2 years in a row major final table. He was the Gen Con finalist last year against Alex Black. On the right, playing Stark Fealty. So, Matt, who do you think is the odds-on favorite going into this match?
Well, AJ has removal. He can shut off tricks. He's very much like he's gonna try to answer a lot of what the Stark Crossing is gonna try to do. So my money is on the fealty.
So I'm gonna go with Crossing here. I have the faith that Dustin. This deck has been on a tear. Second place Gen Con. I believe the top four at Ibri's in the chat. He can remind me whether he made the top four or the final table at Fracas in Poland. It was made the final table at New Jersey Next last weekend and is sitting here now at the final table again. So I think this could be the time that Stark Crossing closes it out. Oh, and Stark Crossing did really well at UK Nationals as well. I know Dave is in the chat. I don't remember exactly because I was playing at the time. I don't remember exactly where Stark Crossing ended up finishing at UK Nationals, but it did incredibly well there as well. So this could be the weekend that it really just pushes itself over the top, and I think it has the answers. It could just go too fast for AJ's tempo-oriented Stark fealty. I think it's going to go under it.
Well, I don't like Rush, so
I mean, I don't think a lot. We watched a lot of Rush yesterday. We watched a lot of Stark Crossing yesterday. We watched Andras tear up the field yesterday. Is that tokens from L5R that he's got there? I think.
what a heathen.
But yes, definitely Glazer. AJ is. AJ is. I don't even remember what I was going to say. Oh, yes, AJ is nervous. Yeah. And Rabs is in the chat saying if there's L5R tokens, get him off. But he earned his way into the finals here, L5R tokens or no. So I do appreciate his Stark sleeves there. I always like when people are swagged out like that. It's on point. And the signed Team Bolton mat representing Team Stark on the left is Justin. And as we just said, justice was brought today for Team Stark at Thrones War, showing that the team was good, even if the faction itself underperformed over in San Diego this year. Rabs is freaking out there. Oh, yeah. All right. So the Glare Monster is sitting there already hitting AJ's sleeves. So hopefully we'll be able to see the board here. We've seen AJ earlier today. He played against who was AJ's opponent? Oh, Fred Bird. And he blew out Fred Bird with his setup Winterfell first turn cat. So both AJ and Dustin have had pretty smashing victories on stream today. So they're both running hot. But whose sun burns brighter? Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Dustin's probably taking a walk here. Riffle, shuffle. Riffle shuffle. So what's your favorite technique for shuffling, Matt?
I prefer the old riffle shuffle.
Do you do any pile shuffling?
I do pile shuffling as well,
It does help to make
but
sure you count.
yeah, it's true. I didn't forget cards.
Yep.
That, hmm
You forget to put your Karases in your target decks.
Yeah, or have an extra 3 put to the swords in your deck.
Absolutely. Or 4 copies of Garland.
hmm
That's a one that we had at Killing the Kingswood. Uh, uh,
Garland's just that good. You gotta break the rules.
he is that good. He is that good. All right. So AJ is all shuffled up, waiting on Dustin. We're waiting on Dustin. Uh, Go AJ, make some Illinois. Oh, all right. I didn't say that. That's what someone in chat said. So my fiance, I'm sorry, Xavier said that's terrible. That is a very bad pun. Uh,
I appreciated it.
so while we're talking here, and I've got 30-ish people here, please make sure that you tune in to Buzz's channel next Saturday for the live Thrones Toberfest draft, which Matt is participating in the draft, which will be hosted by myself and Sid from Second Sons, and we will be at 6 p.m. EST on Buzz's channel. So it's going to be a really good time. Next Saturday, you'll get your taste of competitive Thrones through the player draft for Thrones Toberfest at 6 p.m. EST. So Matt, which team do you hope you get drafted onto?
I'll take whoever. I'm a slut. I'll work for whoever. Just don't make me play passive power. I'll do what you want.
Although Matt will play passive power if you make him as he showed at Gen Con. So he's full.
Don't
he's
give
full
me a
of lies.
choice. If you give me 2 passive power decks, don't have an option.
So
I'm never playing builders, so there you go.
So we got Aaron Glazer in chat over there as well. Put it in Buzz's channel in the chat. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron is one of our regents. Also, Chris Vack, who did very well today. Jess Thompson, who did very well. Jesse Carpenter, who did very well. All sitting there as people you could work with if you attended Thrones Toberfest. And we'll see those players draft live on stream next Saturday, the 8th. At 6 p.m. EST. All right. Totally filling in time here as AJ checks his Facebook messages. Friends don't let friends play Greyjoy unless it's Drowned God, Lavin. Unless it's Drowned God.
No, there's no excuse.
You are the 32nd best player in the world and the best Canadian player in the world, thanks to Greyjoy, Matt. So
I hate Greyjoy.
Yeah. Lavin says no, Roy, never. All right. So AJ's deck is all shuffled up. That was an impressive amount of riffle shuffling. Much, much better than I would do live on stream. Okay. They're bringing over the championship trophy here. That's what they're competing for. So they're competing for, I don't believe you get a flight for U.S. Nationals. I could be wrong. But they're definitely competing for a first-round bye at the World Championships this November, alongside accommodations, at the very least, on FFG. So, and a sweet glass trophy. I think the glass trophies are actually pretty nice. I know some people hate them, but I like them.
There's some big money on the line.
The chat is asking best Canadian. Matt over here, it was the highest finishing Canadian player at Worlds last year. It's a slight in joke among our friend group. So no, it was the best Canadian player of all time, Aaron, is Jonathan Andrews, aka Dark Nash. But currently, according to finished placements at Worlds, it's Matt.
I will neither confirm or deny. I agree with this silence guy. I do stink.
So, and the previous joke was when he finished what? Would you finish at Canadian Nationals in 2017? Was it eighth?
Yeah, I don't know, was it
It was
top 8 or top 16?
uh, there's
I mean,
just
maybe. Yeah, it's top 8.
all right. Dustin's here to join us now and save us from going through Matt's excellent play history. Exciting content. All right, Dustin. So how are you gonna riffle shuffle today? So I like AJ's house card as well. It's very nice. We got the Stark stained glass from I think Gen Con last year. They may have gone to some other events, but I think I got it at the Melee last year at Gen Con. All right, so Dustin's got his crossing there. I don't recognize which alt art crossing that is that he's got there. So, but AJ's playing honest there, running a nice, boring old core set fealty.
Classic. Like this guy's style.
Oh, there's our laugh track right there. Is that Malucci that I hear back there? Or is that something else? I don't know what that was. All right. So here we go. Riffle shuffle, riffle shuffle. All right. So is that on Matt's end or my end? Is someone watching TV behind you, Matt?
No.
There's a little bit of audio feedback. Make sure everything's shut down here. All right. So we are getting ready to shuffle in up here. And we'll get started in just a moment. It's remarkably hard to fill time when they're just shuffling. Now I feel particularly in solidarity with Magic the Gathering commentators who have to make small talk through people shuffling and searching their deck all the time. So I've gained extra respect for those folks.
How about them sports teams?
Yeah, how about them? AJ's excited. Okay, maybe he's turning those nerves into some energy out there. He needs to get the nerves out there. All right, and hopefully this will be a nice, clean game. I can't even imagine how nervous he is, though. I mean, if I was at US Nats, I would be final table. I would be breathing into a paper bag. So
I would be like, why the fuck am I here? Why am I not drinking?
that's true. Holy fuck, this is boring. Thank you, Aaron. I always appreciate your feedback.
What a degenerate.
All right, they're shaking hands and we're getting started up. All right, so taking their top 7 cards off their deck. Let's take a look at AJ. Oh, Dustin for some reason. Oh, he wants to put his official Lord of the Crossing on top here. Oh man, we gotta make it legal. Eye roll.
Seriously.
Is K-Tom giving him a hard time? That's a great note to end US Nationals on. All right, so we are going up here. AJ's taking a look at his hand. Is he going to mulligan or is he not going to mulligan? They're getting their power tokens. They're just making sure everything is in order.
Gonna make them play with their core set power token?
We'll see. We'll see. All right, so we got Arya. Oh, this is the first time we've seen on stream AJ's Arya. He's running the new Murder Arya. Okay, that is a mulligan for both players, I believe. Or nope, Dustin hasn't decided. What do you think? We can see Dustin's hand pretty well. What do you think of it, Matt?
It's pretty decent. Got the economy. You got some low-cost guys put on the board. Time to go to town. Yeah, he's got a Northern Armory and a Great Hall.
Yeah, he's got plenty of economy. Aaron is on Team Dustin here, Aaron Glazer, as a former member of Team Stark. And I agree, go Matt. Alright, so Dustin's keeping. And we get to watch AJ's sexy shuffling again.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, this is a very unflattering view for the people involved.
Why you say that?
It's just an awkward angle. It makes everyone look like they're like extended. I don't know. All right, so that you can hear the shuffle there, and we are good to go. All right, nice cut from Dustin, and let's see the top card with 7 cards of AJ's deck. All right, so I see a flea bottom Ramsey. What do we got there? So that's New Bran, Ramsey, Flea Bottom, Ice. Ice is going to be pretty critical in this matchup, right, Matt?
Oh yeah. Target remove those renowned guys off the board as fast as you can.
And particularly because I don't believe Dustin is playing any of the dead piles interactions with his dead pile except for Summer. So there's no close call. There's no ghosts. So if AJ can kill a critical character like Rob or Wyman, Dustin's game plan is significantly impacted.
It's very true. Any sort of way you can slow down the crossing is critical.
Absolutely. All right. So we see Arya, we see Ramsey, reducer location, and I believe that's the flea bottom there in the glare, versus the 2-drop non-limited location, a Great Hall, Sansa, and Septa Mordain on Dustin's side. So we got one piece of the combo wombo. Will we see more? Does he have the I Am No One? I see it off to Goldtown. Continuing the theme of lots of greed in these Stark Crossing decks. Wolf King's in there. That's pretty good. Although the Bolton Flare. So what do you think about Bolton Flare, Matt, in Stark Crossing?
It's cheeky. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's a good card no matter what kind of strategy you're employing. Gets rid of weenies. And does open up an option of just putting him to 0 if that's open to you, so that's never a bad thing. Just wiping their board.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
And we do know he doesn't run March, so it's.
I think it's probably there a little bit for maybe Drown God. So much of their stuff is at the 3-cost spot, and the ability to pinch off like an Aeron that doesn't have a dupe, or one of the Drowned Disciples when there's Tarl not out can be pretty good. It's a great deck card against builders. If you end up having to go in the long game, and of course it's an extra intrigue icon.
Yes. Does enable the crossing power.
All right. I don't think it's ever really gone into shadows, probably except on setup, but it's definitely a powerful card. But I have not seen it in the Stark Crossing builds. It was not in Andras's that we saw yesterday on stream. But Andras instead had the Super Greed of Ward, which we do know that AJ is running. So definitely Ward will be if he can ward Sansa or ward Septa, he can really get a huge tempo advantage here.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
There's lots of juicy targets in the Stark Mirror. All right, so they're both deciding here on their plots. There's some gas in. Okay, Noble Cause to Summer Harvest. Very good opening for AJ, excuse me, not AJ, Dustin. So, do you think you go first here if you're Dustin, or do you go second?
Well, um, he chose to go first. So I would. Depends if he has what he has in his hand, right? So if he has Great John, you just get him with Great John first turn. So I do believe he does have one in hand. So he's just gotta send it,
And
intimidate his board down.
he's not gonna really be suffering much with his, what is that, 8 gold?
Yeah, he's not exactly suffering here.
All right, so we've got Arya sitting there. All right, the wrong Arya, as I'm sure people in chat are thinking. I see a Winter's Coming, Wolf King, and a there was one more event in his hand. Oh, off to Town. All right, Great John. You think he's gonna go for the Great John combo with off to Town? Very powerful.
But it's possible.
He could just slap Wolf King and set himself up for a
King of the North.
King of the North. It's a duped Wolf King. Ooh.
Oh, it's fun Arya.
All right, on Arya. She is the Queen / King of the North. All right. So that's a pretty good turn, I think, for Dustin. So let's see and turn our attention to AJ. AJ counts 5. All right. More economy. So both players are pretty economy set here, with maybe Dustin a little ahead.
I shall be right back.
Okay. All right. So AJ's doing the math of how much resources he has. He has 5 gold, 2 reduction on Stark characters. His fealty is up, so that's a 3rd reduction, and of course 2 on the first lord or lady he plays, thanks to that sweet alt art noble cause. All right. Vac made this for Second Sons. Welcome, Vac. All right, good run this weekend, Vac. All right, so new brand comes out. Does he have a wolf? Does AJ have a wolf to get some good synergy out of brand? I don't think so. But let's see, because I see a Tumblestone Knight. And I'm not sure what else. All right, Tumblestone Knight for 2. Is that brand loyal? The new one? I think so. It's hard to tell from here. All right, and we've got, what has AJ got for us? He's still got 5 gold. So are we going to see that ice that he had come down, maybe on Arya, to hit the Great John? What do we got here? Because I'm pretty sure that AJ can push through a military challenge if he really wants to. Is the ice coming here? We're going to see the ice. But he doesn't have any stand, of course, and with Dustin going first, that's going to be awkward. What does AJ have here? He's got... What do we see in the front of his hand? Trying to decide. 3, All right, I'm going to put you back on then, Matt. So Matt's back with us now. So AJ is deciding between something. Okay, he's put in ice here. So where does ice go? Does it go on Arya? Does it go on Ramsey? Where does it go?
Goes on. Goes on Ramsey for sure.
Cool. Awesome. Goes on Ramsey. All right. So here we go. AJ's got 2 more gold.
What's he got?
What's he got for us here?
Alright, he's gonna have a hard time pushing that mill through with what
With
Dustin
Greatjon.
has on the board. Yeah.
So he's sitting on 2. AJ does run put to the sword. So hopefully Dustin has had a friend tell him, or he's seen himself, that there's a put to the sword there. So Dustin needs to be a little bit careful. He does have Intimidate, but he's going to make sure he intimidates both of those military icons down so that put to the sword can never go off.
Exactly, yeah. Lead with an intrigue.
Smart. Get that unopposed. Or, I mean, he could oppose with Arya, but I think that would be a waste here. Yep. All right. Okay, Tumblestone. Not bad. Haven't seen those guys in a while, so it's kind of nice to see that sweet alternate art Tumblestones.
Yeah.
All right. Dustin's got the hard decisions to make. Well, he gets a military challenge here with Arya. She doesn't have to kneel. So I think what? Do you go Arya Greatjon here?
Yeah, you go Arya Greatjon,
Stealth.
intimidate, stealth Ramsey, intimidate Ramsey down, then go swing for power and intimidate Arya down.
Then there's no risk of puts or Winter's Comings.
Exactly.
And put you pretty far ahead. Yep. Yeah, right where we called it. AJ, alright. Flea bottom. Yep. Got out there. Can he make it so that they can't intimidate Ramsey?
He's going for 7. He's blocking for 2, so he can still intimidate Ramsey.
Yep, we still got Ramsey. Stand. Yep. Claim. Intimidate. Alright, you gonna remember your intimidate? Oh.
Intimidate's after claim.
Yep, I wonder why they went back. Yep. Intimidate Ramsey. Yep. Ramsey goes down. So, was it better to double block with the both knights and stop the intimidate, or do you think that this was probably the safest line of play?
In the end, then he's just gonna swing for power and still get the intimidate off on Ramsey. Like, there's no effective way to stop the intimidate coming through.
But this way, you're not getting a military challenge off.
Well, he's going for 7. So if he double blocked,
He goes
he
to
can still lose.
well, but he's got the plus the strength bump from ice.
No, but what I'm saying is that he would just intimidate on his power challenge. He would intimidate Ramsey
Right.
down.
Right. That's true. Dustin miscounted. That's huge.
He must have figured out the non-kneeling area.
Equals 3. 4 minus 7 equals 3. I'm gonna just ignore the chat here before I lose my entire thread here. All right. right, so here they're coming for power. Kneeling Arya. So no there's still the Tumblestone. I mean, a winner is coming on this military challenge wouldn't be horrible for AJ.
That would be very good.
Get rid of Septa.
Yeah, so that's a problem.
But you can't get the power challenge over Sansa. So this is probably going to be his only challenge here.
Yeah, he's afraid of the winter's coming, so he'll probably stand up. Great John. Just won't risk it.
Because he doesn't have the gold to put the off to Gold Town on Sansa.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. And now we're sitting here waiting to see if he's going to burn his stand here. Yep, burning the stand. Stand there. Yep. And he doesn't need to double defend, right?
No, he's safe. Even if he had like an Arya's gift in hand or something like that.
He's still safe, yep. And then now we come power. Interesting. Okay. And he's telling him to remember that. That's interesting. That's an interesting decision on AJ's part there. What do you think was going through AJ's head with that power challenge?
I have no idea. I would just pass to Dom. He's going to win Dom either way.
Yep.
So there's no incentive to throw that power in there.
Dustin needs to remember that he... Yep, there we go. Yeah, puts it over there. Good. Very, very clean play from Dustin there. All right, so what are we going to see from... I think AJ needs to go first, right?
AJ is probably going to flip into... He'd probably flip into breaking ties. So he can start trying to get that ice through. So he has Bran on the board.
Bran is loyal. Right? This Bran is loyal?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is he gonna march? Is that his march sitting there? That's coming out? Interesting. So what do you think the march is designed to accomplish here? Get the Septa off the board? And go first?
Yes. I think he's marching, hits his own Ramsay, I guess. Replay ice. I don't see the logic there.
I mean, he could have another Ramsay in his hand.
Yeah, that would be the only reason.
Is he considering the forced march here? Let's see, what is Dustin considering here? Forced march. And we see forced march into march to the wall. Battle of the Marches. So what AJ's gonna go... Still goes first here, right?
Mm-hmm. As long as Great John's on the board, he's probably going to want to go first every round.
This is a bad spot for him though. So who do you think? How many characters do you think Dustin will kneel for forced march?
I think he's only going to kneel 2. Yeah, I think he'll make that decision based on what he kneels. Also,
AJ's very nervous. That leg is an impressive shake.
well, it's both legs going ham.
I hear him. Thinking. Let's take a look. Chat here. The Septa does protect Arya. So we see Sansa hit the discard pile, and we see Arya go into the discard pile for AJ. So, and did we signal who went first? Oh, and we get the other Neil. Yep. This really crimps the options of AJ here. And I'm assuming AJ chose to go first here. Nope. Looks like Dustin is. Okay. All right. Dustin has Wyman, I believe that is, and off to Goldtown, and that Bolton Flare still. Yep. Here comes Wyman, the opposite of what AJ wants to see here. And then, do you play the Flare? No, dupe on Wyman, and the Flare comes down for his remaining 3 gold. That's
a lot of removal.
That's a lot of pressure from the crossing player here. I don't think AJ's gonna be able to keep up with that. Short of, I don't know.
Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of trouble coming back with the amount of stuff and the strength of his characters, where half his board is already knelt out.
I definitely, if I'm AJ, I definitely feel this game slipping away from me a little bit. That's where the legs go. Come in. All right. So what has got AJ? I see a Stark Reducer in his hand. What else? AJ has winner coming. AJ has winner is coming, Ward, Hearttree Drove, and a Froso. Froso does not do much here.
Ward does a lot, though.
But Ward does. So who do you ward? The Flare doesn't get you much, because you're gonna have to end up killing your own dude. Well, maybe not.
You can target Arya or Septa with the Flare.
If you kill, yeah, you gotta kill your 2-drop for military claim, but yeah. So I think you do. Yep, taking the Flare, I think, is probably what you do here. We do definitely think, yes, Vac, we definitely do think that the crossing is pretty far ahead here, but maybe AJ can swing it with that ward if he has it in his hand. Is he sitting? He's sitting! Wow. Well, I mean, that kind of... I mean, that's basically... That's basically GG, right? I'm not quite...
Yeah, not quite sure why he would just pass.
I mean, with the ward, you would at least take your opponent's Arya or something. Or Septa. or the flare. I just I don't quite understand the line here if he has as the action that's ward. Um, unless AJ's in his own head. Is he gonna survive long enough to Valor Dohaeris? I mean, he's. I guess. I mean, this is such a huge risk. Okay, flea bottom dupe. That's fine. All right, unopposed intrigue. So he survives the intrigue challenge, which means AJ's hand is going to head into. Right. So probably Bran will die here because what will almost certainly happen is Dustin has to do a well, he doesn't have to do a military challenge, but it's highly likely he'll do a military challenge. You claim the knight, and then I mean you can bring your other. Does he have a knight? No, he has Arya in his discard pile, so he doesn't really. And I guess which would be worse, having Arya dead or Bran dead? Nope, he's claiming. Okay, so he's claiming Bran in advance. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's just willing to go to just Ramsay.
And he plays Margulis. That's the whole reason why he's doing this. He's just holding the word for post Valor.
But he's running. Was Morghulis what he's running, or is it Dohaeris?
He must be running. Either way.
No, we saw this game. He's running Dohaeris. We saw this.
Dohaeris.
Yeah, he's running Dohaeris.
Okay, so he's gonna keep Arya, and he's gonna keep Wyman when the Dohaeris is, and then he'll steal Arya.
So he has to choose the Tumblestone.
Yeah, he's just making sure that he's confirming that he can't flea bottom her in, Arya in, and Baker still be safe.
I'm pretty sure he should turn to the judge. The first interrupt should trigger before flea bottom.
Yes.
Right. So definitely check with the judge there. It definitely does. It's the same interaction as Second Sons. Yep, so say goodbye there. All right. So Dustin is sitting pretty at 11 power, 12 power now. Wait, excuse me, 9 power. I'm sorry. Why did I added extra power in my head. So
Getting ahead of yourself there, right?
I am getting ahead of myself. 9 power. So you think so? But he has I believe, what, 2 cards in hand?
Yeah, but what's his alternative, really?
So do you if
If he
you
doesn't VD, he just loses.
No, I know 100% AJ is VD, but the question is that good enough play for AJ to catch up?
Probably not. I think he's just lost this game.
If he can go VD, go first, ice on what, Wyman with Arya out,
Yeah,
or
that's his
'cause
line
you-
of play.
well, because I guess you can't steal stealth Arya, right? If you want to use big Arya or new Arya to push your ice through.
Mm. What he
So-
should have done was warded Septum Ordained, so when he
That's right. Septum
Was-
Ordained does make Arya immune to your opponent's plot effects.
yeah, so he's still gonna have Wyman, Septa, and Arya if he does reset.
He doesn't even need to save Arya. Oh yeah, he does.
Well, yeah, Arya, I guess, just ignores it, right?
Yeah. So yeah, and is that Dohaeris there? I can't quite make it out.
It's Daenerys.
It's Dohaeris. Okay, cool. The glare's pretty bad. Yep. Wyman's going under. Okay.
Oh,
All right, that's interesting. Into against Storm of Swords. All right. This is the AJ's chance. Makes her immune. Yep. Checking the rules. So he's hoping to intimidate down uh, the ice before it can become a problem, I'm assuming.
Yeah, exactly. Just gonna keep doing the same strategy he's been doing since turn 1.
Yep. And then the ward, though, on Arya is going to hurt.
Oh yeah.
Particularly because we know that he's not running any attachment control.
Oh, she drops no fun cat.
No fun cat. It's pretty good. Sits on 2. We've got 4 gold for AJ. It's a total of 7 resources there. 1 for ward on Arya, I assume. Yep. Tricked out Arya. Coming at you. I don't know what that meant, but good hand flicks as a man who speaks with hand gestures frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does he have anything else here? As I believe the only valid target in his discard pile is Arya.
Yeah, so can't double dip on Arya, unfortunately. So you got Nefroso, the Fleet Bottom.
Yep, and as Aaron points out in chat, this shuts down the military challenge unless it's the 3rd challenge, because AJ can just team defend and trigger ice.
Well, unless he has a answer for the intimidate, because he can just intimidate guys down.
On the power, he's gonna.
Yeah, he only has 1 mill icon. That's correct.
Yeah. But I guess he would open. Is Great John on or off? Because this is plot number 3, right?
He only triggers off winning mills.
Oh, off winning mills. Okay.
Yeah.
Mills. So yeah. It's an awkward situation for Dustin. All right. So what's coming down here? Is that his own cat? So he can do the play of stealthing or killing Arya, and if Dustin doesn't save Arya, to bring his own Arya out with Fleet Bottom. Oh, there's the handshake. I get it, AJ. I'm nervous for you too. So does he have any follow-up? So I see Cat. What else we got in there? So Cat's coming out entirely. All right, turns off winner is coming there. So here we go. So many copies of so many things on this Arya. Luckily, they have radically different sleeve colors. All right, so we got the tricked out Arya sitting over there on AJ's side alongside a Cat and a Ramsey with an ice, and we have Great John Umber, Septim Mordain, and Cat on Dustin's side. So this means that military has to be the last challenge, correct? For if he wants to avoid ice.
That's correct.
So you open with Septa. Okay. Oh, making her try. Oh, that's right. He's got the off to Gulltown there.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, that's not good for AJ.
That is not good for AJ. because that means the military challenge can come off. No ice. Intimidate down Ramsey. Not good, not good. Yep. So if you defend with Ramsey here, claim Arya. See to see if he's gonna bite for that. Or is that not good?
Yeah, I think you're just trying to weather the storm right now. Like, you can't. Great John he's online still, or is he?
Yeah, he's online for one more turn.
Okay.
Or this turn. This is the last turn. Because then there'll be 3 plots in the use pile.
Yeah, you're just trying to survive at this point. So I think you just block as much as you can.
He's blocking with Arya. So that means that... So this was a 9 minus 2, 7 strength. Arya is at 2, so he can still intimidate down Ramsey. I believe, if I did the math right.
Yeah, you're correct.
And so now this is the gut check for Dustin. They're proceeding to claim, I assume, here, since it wasn't unopposed. Unless Dustin has another reaction. Does he have a winner is coming?
Can't. It's just contemplating who to claim.
And kill. Yep. So that opens up the play of bringing his own Arya out here.
Doesn't have gold.
Oh, that's right. He got rid of the gold. All right. What intimidates coming here? Intimidate Ramsey. Did he miscalculate it? No. Oh, he's making sure that the Wolf King dupe ends up in there. All right. So we got the power challenge coming now.
A second mill.
Why did he stand back up? Oh,
This
second
is
mill.
the
Oh,
second
second
mill.
mill. Second mill. Yeah. Second mill because of Storm of Swords, and then that kills what? Catelyn, or maybe Ramsey.
I think you claim Ramsey. It's a tough choice, but you need to.
Yep. Yeah, this is definitely GG here. Claim Ramsey, intimidate down Cat, flea bottom out Sansa, who now has renown.
Yeah. Looks like Dustin's going to be the Captain of America.
He is going to be the Captain of America. Is AJ scooping it up? No. This is the problem when people stack power counters. He's at what? 9, 11? 12? 12. 13.
now. Power of the win.
13 unopposed. And we're good. AJ scoops it up. All right. So, and that means that Dustin Archer is U.S. National Champion. Congratulations, Dustin. Great run, proving that Stark Crossing is definitely the deck to build. See you at, or to beat. See you at Worlds, Dustin. Great run, AJ. Both of these gentlemen have earned their spot in Worlds this year. And yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations to Dustin, GG, AJ. And thank you all for tuning in to the stream. this low budget commentary stream. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. This was a great U.S. Nationals. Congratulations to Will Lentz for organizing this. Thank you very much to Meta Games Unlimited for hosting. Thank you very much to K-Tom for being the head judge. And thank you all for who watched this stream. I'm going to remind you again, though, since I've been doing this all weekend, to plug a little bit again the Thronestoberfest player draft, which is next Saturday, September 8th at 6 p.m. EST, where you will see 8 of the best players in North American Thrones draft some of the best players in North American Thrones onto their team for what is soon to be a really fun and competitive event here in Philadelphia in October. So tune in then on Buzz's channel, Jesse, there we go, Buzz, and I will see you all then. Have a great rest of your weekend, and happy Labor Day to my American friends out there.
Later.
And I want to thank Matt and Scott for joining us.
We're offline.
We are offline now.